think Gautam has, in recent years, become one of my favorite directors. And I have tried to figure out why, and I think the answer lies in the freedom he gives his technicians. Normally we would discuss the film or the script, and he would, much before we start the film, he would somewhat indicate what is it that he has in mind, and we will do a trial, or we will do a photo session, or a screen test, and then if it works, he will just leave it to, you know, to us to handle it. And we will take the progression of the character, the progression of the costumes to wherever it needs to go. We will discuss all this when it comes to songs, but what is important for me, and I should mention it here, is the amount of trust he has in his own technicians, and the trust translates to a professional liberty that you can take. You don't feel that the director is looking over your shoulders, that he is not trying to get into your head and, you know, try and move you away from what you're thinking. So you have greater responsibility, which comes with that freedom, and therefore I work harder on his films because I'm aware of that trust and I want to do the best for that film. Yes, some period, yes. It was not like a period film from the 13th century or anything like that. We did see a lot of old films of that time. We saw a lot of films, whether they worked out for that time or not. We wondered whether we should do a Kadalika Neram look, Kadalika Neram Illai look. We experimented with quite a few things for actress Simran, and it was more a gut feeling, more what people remembered. In fact, I think I still have the pictures Gautam sent of his parents at that time. We did follow the glasses, the collars, the kind of sari his mother wore. The research, I think, that happened for Varanam was more personal. Everybody looked at their personal albums and tried to figure out who was wearing what in their own families, because we didn't want it to look too cinema, too much like what had actually happened. Instead, what actually people in real families wore. We had a lot of fun doing it, I think, you know, and there was a lot of casualness about it. I had a great time working that thing out. I am very happy about the way the film finally came out. I'm still very thrilled by the kind of responses I got for the costumes of that film. To be very honest, I've never had that kind of... I mean, I've been doing this job for now some 17, 18 years, but I've never had these kind of responses by mail, by SMS, people calling up, people talking about it. You know, the costume aspect of this film has become a talking point. We didn't expect that. I didn't expect it. We started working on the film as per how real people would look. What would a Syrian Christian girl from a conservative family wear? What would Simbu's character really be wearing? You know, middle class, not earning any money, living off his father. what we know of youngsters of that age who are jobless and hanging around, and even for coffee money they have to ask their father. What would they wear? Would they repeat their costumes? And as far as Trisha was concerned, we decided that we should, or even as far as Simbu was concerned, we decided that we should break what they look like earlier in other films. We wanted a completely fresh combination, even though they had worked together before. We wanted a completely fresh look, a completely natural look. Would this girl be wearing this kind of a thing? Would everybody be wearing, people earning 25,000, would they go for more stylish saris? Would a father like hers allow such a thing? Would she change jewelry for every scene? Would she have only one bag in her life, or would she have several bags? Will she change it? Will she be the kind who wears different kinds of slippers, match them? There was thought that went into it, at least from our department. And what looks casual on screen, was not really casual to work with. But we went with the flow. We went with what looked right for them. We went with what the cameraman was coming back to us with, because after we saw the first rush, we realized that we were on the right track as far as the colors were concerned, the backgrounds were concerned, the kind of saris. I mean, we gave her only cotton saris and they were working. So therefore, we could continue building on that. I mean, Simbu looked fantastic. I was so surprised myself when I saw what he looked like after the rushes. And so when we got together, we all decided, we'll keep with this. I think I had a great experience through the film, and I'm having a great experience even after the film was released. I mean, really great. First time in my career. It's not like I've not done chakmak. I have done the sequins, the beads, everything as well. But I have been lucky in the kind of directors I have worked with, or the kind of artists I have worked with. In my career, I've worked with some fantastic directors. I mean, whether it's Mani Ratnam or Dharni or Painiyappan or Gautam, these are people, Rajiv Menon, these are people with their own sense of aesthetics, which coincided with my aesthetics. Therefore, the films that I have worked with them on, I'm very proud of, because they let me flow with what I thought was right. What I thought worked for the character, using natural fabric, using subtle colors, not going cinematic. Parallelly, I have also done films that require overdoing. I have done flashy colors, sequin fabric, embroidered fabric. The question is how to find the balance between what your heart wants and what your mind asks you to stay with. You have to also do this, you also have to do that. If you get a chance to do one film in the year that appeals totally to your sense of aesthetics, then you've been very, very lucky in your career.